before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, where I did was in a hotel and I had an anxiety attack.
Mm-hmm.
Where my heart just kind of racing, and I just rushed to open the door and stuff, catch some fresh air. But that happened once. I never got robbed, and the third one, when it comes to satisfying customers or button up on the wrong one, there
Mm-hmm.
have been a time where I can say it twice. There was a time I was in Windsor basically, and I had a customer. He told me he only had $120.
Mm-hmm.
He's under the budget. He want to know he's just gonna spend half an hour. He's gonna respect me, and he's gonna make sure he enjoy myself. When the guy came over, he had $80, and
Mm-hmm.
in terms that he didn't even say, because for me, I believe there's a way of doing certain things and saying certain things.
Mm-hmm.
He just give me the $80 and he starts stripping.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hold on, this thing. Like, we agree on the price, darling. I know you didn't have my two bills, and I
Mm-hmm.
respect that. You're very honest. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, this is still short. It's the coinage.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy got a little bit head over heels, snatched back up the money, told me fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually even pulled up my charger because I was charging his phone.
Mm-hmm.
I jumped on his back. I'm like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the fuck, this is your fault. You could just give me
Mm-hmm.
the $80 and said, this is all I have now at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it caused a fight. This guy actually, threw me one side. And I'm like, bitch, you know who I
Mm-hmm.
am? I have a pair of balls between my legs, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fight you.
Oh, that
So
sounds
we were timely
awesome.
going out through the door, and as soon as I get out, the guys from New York City, basically, you have to be 21 to drink in the States.
Mm-hmm.
So they came over here to drink in Windsor. And as soon as we got out, the raffle went on. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the big guys, he looks like he's on steroids. He's huge.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he saw the fight. And he's like, what happened, miss? What happened? And I'm like, this guy took my money. So as soon as I said that, this big ass boy, grabbed this bitch up and threw him on the wall. He's like, look at her. Why you gonna rob her? And I'm like, yes, I don't even know why you will rob me. You take
Mm-hmm.
the money. And this big guy threw one punch in his face.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh my god. So then he's like, look at her, she's pretty. Why would you rob her? Like, the fuck, look at her. And then I'm like, yeah, I don't know why. He took out the money and dropped it on the
Mm-hmm.
ground. And he's like, the kid was like, look at her, she's really gorgeous and pretty. You take advantage of her and give her another punch in his face.
Mm-hmm.
And his head bounced off the wall and he dropped on the floor, knocked up for like maybe 20 seconds. I took out
That
the
was
money.
scary.
Yes, it was drama. And he
Oh.
run through the door. This was the tea.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the people that was partying there, like a bunch of 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds. I
Mm-hmm.
think there was like 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't know I was trans.
Mm-hmm.
So the manager came out, that time my key was locked inside the room, so I couldn't get back in my room. And he's like, I'm gonna get your key, you're gonna give me your ID to make sure this is you. And I'm like, okay, no problem. So by the time I got in the room,
Mm-hmm.
the guys find out that I'm T,
Mm-hmm.
trans. So I have one of the guys calling my phone. They're like, I didn't know you're trans. And I'm like, thank you for picking up for me though. You know how to respect a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So then the next guy called and he's like, so can I see you? And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, I still have to charge my coinage.
Mm-hmm. I
As
know
much
that's
as you
right.
pick up for me, I still have to charge my coinage. But that was one of the incidents I've been through.
Oh my God, that sounds it's frightening, scary. But at the end of the day, somebody stood up for you.
Yes.
So, on that note, now in the business, how long do you plan on being in this business, or are you still in this business now?
Yes, I'm still in the business. My plans was to stop the business since last year, but how to put it, my money plans wasn't on track, and back page have been taken down.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment, I'm planning to go on for maybe another year, another 2 years, until I own my own business. Most likely, so I can have like a little coins coming, like a little 150 a day coming in from my own investment or own business.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't think I will stop escorting still. The
Okay.
man with the right dollar and still shake my titties for him.
Oh, okay. So you mean so you because the money is so good you don't want to stop.
Yeah, to be honest, even though the money is good, it don't always be that well because some people will compare. You make good money, not all the
Mm-hmm.
time. And one lesson to be learned: fast money goes just as fast.
Mm-hmm.
It have a curse on it. So
Mm-hmm.
as much as the life is fast, the money doesn't last too long.
Well, you have to put the money towards something
Good
good
uses. That's
when
what I'm
things are
trying to do
going
this
well.
year.
Hmm. So, at the end of the day, what do you want? What should people know about Sweet Pea?
Uh, to be honest, I will say I'm very inspiring. I'm a million things. I'm nice. I take time for myself, but at the end of the day, CP still, you know, a person that does what she wants to do in
Mm-hmm.
terms of fashion, looks, even you know, being business wise. I enjoy my every minute of my life, and I look up for respect, and I expect those who are looking at this and who are viewing this, millions of people to respect themselves. There are people out here that will strip your value very fast.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't show, like, even as their escort, if you're, you know, your time is precious. It takes a
Mm-hmm.
lot of energy. Don't let anybody drain your energy.
Mm-hmm.
Always recharge for yourself. That's my best advice, and that's what I'm looking to do at the moment. Recharge myself, make my own business. So because this escorting thing is, for me in my heart, it's not going to last too long.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that coming out. There are girls that desperate for money,
Mm-hmm.
and they do anything for less of what they're really worth.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not downgrading them or looking at them in any form of fact, but down the line, men are going to devalue the cost of it because I know even female escorts who guys take them to dinners, pay them for
Mm-hmm.
their time. They're not expecting that much. But then me as a trans, guys want to know from the get go, what are we going to do? How is this going to play? They're looking
Mm-hmm.
for a whole jalopy.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say that much in terms like the business is not going to last too long. There's already start devaluing. The government have already taken down most of the important sites, and
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I can advise anybody: make whatever you make good uses of it.
Okay, just a couple more questions for you, Sweet Pea. Now, but the difference between how is it that the trans women are treated and the gay community, the gay men in the community, how is the relationship between trans women and gay men?
Uh, to be honest to you, we are under umbrella, basically. I'm going to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
and this is one of the main facts that this is. I'm going to bring up three main facts that trans and gay do have. Meaning under umbrella, meaning we do have attention from gay guys, we do have attention from straight guys, we do have attention from lesbians and open-minded people. So we are under the umbrella, as in, you know um we are quite versatile. And
Mm-hmm.
with gay people, they're not that versatile because they can't get basically everything.
Mm-hmm.
um Especially guys that who attracted to women, you know, will see a trans as a woman, and
Mm-hmm.
even gay people won't really realize that. Sorry.
So they think of you, gay men would think of you as a drag queen or a cross dresser.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So,
that's one
mm-hmm.
of the issues. I would say the second issue will be would be like, because most your T girls are escorts,
Mm-hmm.
so I would say that was one of the issues, because there's a big discrimination. I'm going to be honest, a big discrimination when it comes to trans and escorts, basically. So because I'm an escort, a lot of gay people doesn't really accept that.
Mm-hmm.
Up to the people, I'm going to be honest, I live with some, I live around maintenance guys. There are two of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gay, to be honest to you.
Mm-hmm.
But the people just don't like me. They try to, every minute they try to cause a problem between me and, the building, or, the managers, or, the landlord. Up to like
Mm-hmm.
2 days ago, they called the tow truck for me and the parking police. And I'm like, but this is the point I don't get. You guys are gay. You guys
Mm-hmm.
could have just come and knock on my door and told me to move my vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's kind of embarrassing that, you guys are trying your best to get me out.
Mm-hmm.
And, but that's some of the reality in terms of me being an escort. Some people doesn't like trans being escorts. Even me on the dating site, sometimes I try to hook up.
Mm-hmm.
The grinders.
Uh-huh.
The first question some of the guys ask me when it comes to meeting me, oh, what do you work doing? Is this going to cost me? To be honest, sometimes it hurts my feelings,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm to the point, I never asked you for money. I just wanted to chill, to get to
Mm-hmm.
know you. But, you didn't have to pass off so judgmental.
Okay.
It's real, which sometimes I do feel bad. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, I love who I am, and who I am is, based on my looks.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's tits, whether it's face, my makeup, it makes me who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Now, okay, go ahead.
at the end of the day, that would be the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would say the third one. I guess some trans do try too hard, and there can be
Okay.
harsh.
Mm-hmm.
That's the third one. There can be harsh at times when it comes to you know, gay friends, or gay people. They think they all of that fish. you know.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, that would be the third one that a lot of people mistake and get away with.
Okay. Now, our final question is this: Why don't? What is the difference between you as a trans woman performing as a drag queen, or is it that most people, when they just see you done up, they just think that you're a drag queen, and there have you had many people ask you, are you a drag queen, do you perform?
To be honest, I used to perform, but not anymore. Yes, it is. It's a difference, to be honest. It's a difference in the whole living. Living your life as a trans.
Mm-hmm.
You're dressing as a female every day. The makeup is different, the clothes is different.
Mm-hmm.
You still want to respect women.
Mm-hmm.
Drag, you can go extra with the clothes, you could go extra with the makeup. You
Mm-hmm.
do more makeup when you're doing drag, long lashes. There is more androgynous.
Mm-hmm.
With living as a woman, you want to be possible, you want to be respectful, you don't want to be showing too much titties, you don't want to be showing too much ass, you don't want to pass off as, and with drag you can do that because it's an entertaining business. So that's the two difference between trans and drag,
So
basically.
you still want the respectability, the
Yes.
respect in it.
Yes.
Okay, I understand. Now I'm going to ask you just a couple of light questions. Now, thank you so much, Sweet Pea, for being my guest on the Stephanie Stevens Show. As you see, we've been riding around Toronto tonight.